which for years felt like a mystery to me. Week after week, year after year, decade after decade, I've continued to discover insights, connections, and breakthroughs that I haven't seen reflected in accessible works of personal development, psychology, or self-help. In 2013, I started a blog, hungry to share all that I was discovering about the mother wound. No one seemed to be talking about this phenomenon, and I wanted to help other women who, like me, were struggling to identify the root cause of their symptoms. Almost immediately after I started my blog, my articles began to go viral, and word spread quickly across the world. A steady stream of emails began pouring in from women telling me their stories and thanking me for articulating the experiences they didn't have the words or the courage to speak about. Synchronicities began to unfold all around me. Several months later, I had just booked a trip to Barcelona, Spain for a rare vacation when I got an email the next day from a teacher in Barcelona asking if she could translate one of my articles for a women's workshop. I replied saying that I'd actually be there at that time and would be happy to give a talk while I'm there about the article. One thing led to another, and I ended up teaching 2 sold-out workshops during a single weekend of that trip. By introducing me to her network of collaborators in Europe, I came back to Spain to do a teaching tour of cities from Barcelona to Bilbao, Madrid, Valladolid, and more. Women traveled from all over Europe to these workshops. Before I knew it, I was taking a train across the UK, teaching workshops in London, Totnes, Frome, Nottingham, and others. Then the invitations started coming in from Budapest, Berlin, Italy, Vienna, Croatia, Belgium, Poland, the Netherlands, and Austria, and from further afield in India, Bali, Japan, and Thailand. In every city I went to, I would enter a room packed to the gills with women, curious, nervous, and eager to connect with other women and heal this issue. These women ran the gamut from business executives, therapists, academics, and stay-at-home moms to college students, grandmothers, entrepreneurs, and millennials. By the end of each workshop, an initial heaviness in the room opened into immense lightness, spaciousness, and electricity in the air. I was amazed at the deep bonds that were quickly created as we explored this taboo issue together. Later that year, I returned home from a women's conference, frustrated by what I saw as a lack of depth in our discussion of women's issues. I saw how even at the highest levels of success, the mother wound was hiding in plain sight but still being avoided. From this sense of urgency, I penned an essay called Why It's Crucial for Women to Heal the Mother Wound. This particular article appeared to rapidly increase awareness about the mother wound to a whole new level, with women starting to use the term more widely in news articles, podcasts, workshops, and on social media. I knew that I wanted to write a book about the mother wound, but it stayed on the back burner as my business kept expanding as I continued writing, traveling, and teaching. Eventually, I was able to leave my job as a university administrator and focus on this work full-time. Over time, I noticed that one of the markers of women healing the mother wound is an increased willingness to disrupt and transform business as usual, a powerful desire to be true, authentic, and to live life on one's own terms. I saw women walking away from marriages, jobs, and relationships that didn't serve them, or begin transforming them from within, and in both cases, inspiring and galvanizing the people around them, moving things to a higher level. When Trump was elected, I felt an increased urgency to write a book so that I could reach more women and teach them about the mother wound, how it relates to dismantling patriarchy, and why it's important we heal it. One morning, I woke up with a clear feeling it was time to get the book out as soon as possible. The world was changing, and this message was needed more than ever. I had planned to reply to one of the publishers who had reached out to me, even without an agent. But it seems the universe had other plans, as the very next day I received an